Are you ready for the next bullish move in crypto? Because yes, we have seen this downwards trend and the small little bear market, but guys, as my message was absolutely clear in the previous videos, I'm still remaining absolutely bullish because I do expect that the price movement of Bitcoin and the overall crypto market is going to explode in the coming days, weeks, or even months, and you need to be prepared for this major move towards the upside. And yes, I've been away for a few days, actually it was a few weeks, 2 weeks to be precise, but guys, this has nothing to do with the overall price movement. I just needed to take some time off, and if you want to find out even more on why I took a break, guys, you need to be subscribed to my free Telegram group where you'll find all the information about the latest market updates and also what is happening in the overall crypto market. And if you want to buy crypto on the spot market or even trade it with a leverage and get all of my signals, guys, this is the place to be. But ultimately, you need to trade all of these moves on Phemex, BloFin, or even Bybit, because these are the exchanges that I'm using on a daily basis. So without further ado, let's directly get into today's content. And before we're going to go over to the charts to find out what happened with Bitcoin and what we could expect over the coming days, we're going to dive deep into the news, because this week is really going to be important when it comes to economic data. And yes, today we're going to see the US retail sales on Monday. So this is going to be data that is going to drive the market in a positive or even negative way. But the most important date of this week is going to be the Fed policy decision on Wednesday and the FOMC meeting. And yes, the press conference of Fed Jerome Powell is going to really drive the market. Are we either going to see a rate pause, a rate hike, or even a rate cut, which is going to drive the market in either direction? So ultimately, guys, we could expect that the price movement of Bitcoin is first of all going to see a retracement all the way back up into this major resistance zone leading into the FOMC meeting. So either way, we're going to see either the price movement moving in a bullish direction before the FOMC meeting, or even we could expect that the market is going to cool off and consolidate before we're going to get this either bullish news or bearish news. But either way, guys, I'm still remaining absolutely bullish. But before we're going to go into the charts, let's go over to the next news. Because yes, if we're going to look at the rainbow chart of Bitcoin, we can see that despite reaching nearly 110k, Bitcoin hasn't even made it to the still cheap band of the rainbow chart in this cycle. And yes, guys, if we're going to really zoom in, we can see that the price movement of Bitcoin at the moment is at this light blue color, which means we are at the fire sell or still cheap. But ultimately, guys, this is still a major buying opportunity, because during the previous bull cycles, we can see that Bitcoin came all the way to maximum bubble territory or seriously sell, because even in the previous cycle in the year 2017, we saw that Bitcoin came all the way up to maximum bubble territory, and even in the year 2013, we broke this level towards the upside. So even if we're just going to look at the conservative price target, all the way up here in this yellow band where we can see the FOMO intensifies, this is going to be at a price movement of around about 200,000 for Bitcoin. So yes, guys, this run is far from over, because if we're going to look at the global money supply, yes, Michael Saylor posted the global M2 money supply has increased dramatically, while Bitcoin has been oversold. According to this, Bitcoin will get back over the 100,000 US dollars by May. So buy the dip. And yes, guys, we can see that the global money supply, if we're going to see an increase, this means that more liquidity is getting into the market through money printing or even quantitative easing. And this is exactly what we could expect. The price movement of Bitcoin is going to catch up to the M2 money supply, which we can see in the previous price movement. We saw this major sideways move. The price movement of Bitcoin went down, and then we saw that the M2 money supply saw a major push towards the upside. Bitcoin was still lagging behind, and then we got this major push where Bitcoin was catching up to the M2 money supply, and we can see the exact same scenario. We see that the M2 money supply was consolidating, and this time the price of Bitcoin came all the way back down to the 76,000 US dollars, and now we could expect that the Bitcoin price is going to catch up to the M2 money supply, and not only Bitcoin, the overall crypto market, because yes, the biggest altcoin season in history in crypto is loading. Time to create generational wealth. And yes, guys, even if you bought the top on some of these altcoins, my message was always absolutely clear. It is not about timing the market, it's about time in the market. And if you bought your altcoins, yes guys, I know it's extremely painful to see some of your altcoins down 60, 70, or even 80%. But the move towards the upside is going to be way greater, and we could expect moves of 400 to 600% during this altcoin season. Yes, a lot of people are still frustrated that the altcoin season hasn't begun yet, but if we're going to see that the price movement of Bitcoin is going to break its previous all-time high and come all the way back up into this major level of 100,000 US dollars, we could expect a major move towards the upside. But before we're going to focus on the daily and even on the 4-hour chart, we're going to go over to the long-term perspective of Bitcoin. Yes, this is the monthly chart, and this means that each and every candlestick represents exactly 1 month. And we have looked at this chart for a very long time because we have been comparing the previous cycles of Bitcoin, the 2017 run, the 2021 run, all the way to a new all-time high, and exactly this bull cycle we are in at the moment, because ultimately guys, this looks extremely bullish. And yes, we're still exactly here within the bull cycle, and according to my analysis, what I could expect when we're going to reach the cycle top, it is round about going to be October, November, or even December in a bullish case for the cycle top for Bitcoin. Because yes, the previous cycles exactly show us what we could expect. Exactly from the halving in the previous cycle, we saw this bullish trajectory all the way to a new all-time high. This took exactly 549 days, and even in the year 2017, all the way from the halving all the way to the cycle top, this was exactly 548 days. So yes guys, we're taking this measurement from the previous halving, which we had exactly in April 2024, all the way to the cycle top, which is going to be round about 548 days after the halving. But yes guys, with all this pro-crypto government around the world, major banks, major corporations, and even states and nations accumulating Bitcoin, we could expect a major bullish run. And yes, if we're going to zoom in on this cycle, yes guys, exactly a few months ago, in September 2024, exactly here, I made this prediction, this white line, that the price movement of Bitcoin is going to see this major push all the way to the 100k level. Then we're going to see a 20% correction to the 80k level, and then we could expect this major run and the next consolidation before we're going to get this major blow off top. And yes guys, in hindsight, from the year 2024 in September, where I made this drawing exactly here, this perfectly worked out. We had this major push, consolidation, and yes guys, we came all the way under the 80,000 US dollars, but the price candles are holding this level absolutely great, and we can see that on the monthly chart, the 13 moving average, which gives us an indication on the higher time frames, because we need to zoom out to find out what we could expect for Bitcoin. And yes, the 13 moving average gives us the indication, are we in a bullish move? And has the bear market begun, or could we expect this major acceleration towards the upside? And yes, just looking at the 13 moving average on the monthly chart, this was a great correction coming all the way back down to this very important level. In this case, the 13 moving average round about the 80,000 US dollars, which gives us the indication, yes guys, this was an absolutely healthy retracement, because remember, the market moves up in stairs, push, consolidation, push, consolidation. This is healthy for the overall crypto market. We don't want to see that the market goes up in one straight line and comes all the way back down. No, we want to see that the market goes up in stairs, comes all the way back down to these moving averages. This is a healthy price movement, and yes guys, it can be painful if you're holding for a very long time, but ultimately guys, if you bought all the way up here and if your dollar cost averaged all the way back down, your entry price will be all the way at these levels. So yes, don't sell at these fearful moments, accumulate Bitcoin, and not only Bitcoin, but all of these altcoins that we've been talking about. And if you just want to stay up to date what is happening in the crypto market, because yes, we've been opening some trades on Injective. On the 1 hour chart, we can see that we have this major W formation, and we can also see that this is a perfect cup and handle, the cup and also the handle, and we are exactly at the neckline, and this major breakout is going to bring Injective all the way back up to the $10 level, where we're going to take some profits. And yes guys, I posted this trade for absolutely free in my free signal group. So if you're trading on Phemex or even BloFin using my exclusive link, you get access to my free signal group where you can copy all of my trades, because ultimately guys, I'm also in this trade in Sui. I didn't post this trade in my free signal group because I scaled into this trade from all the way back down here, but ultimately guys, a lot of trades are going to be open in the next few days, because I do expect from yes, the FOMC meeting, that we could expect the bullish move all the way to this beta resistance exactly at 90,000 US dollars and a major volatility during the FOMC meeting, but ultimately guys, we are closer to the bottom than we are to the top, and this means you need to accumulate and hold on to your crypto. And guys, and yes, I do believe this is going to be a bullish move towards the upside, because if we're going to go on the 4-hour chart, we can see that the price movement of Bitcoin is really coiling up. We had this major swing high where we got the announcement of the strategic Bitcoin reserve, and now we saw this bearish trend forming lower highs. But ultimately guys, once we're going to break the 13 moving average on the 4-hour chart, the 100 moving average, I do expect that the 200 moving average exactly at 90,000 US dollars is going to be our price target in the immediate short term. So if you want to trade this move, I'm going to give you an absolutely free trade. I would open my trade exactly here, a long trade, a breakout trade with a take profit exactly at the 200 moving average and the stop loss underneath the previous swing low exactly here, and maybe even this continuation after the FOMC meeting. So if you always want to stay up to date, make sure to be in my free Telegram group, smash up the like button and subscribe, but most importantly guys, hold on to your crypto and be for crypto.